Hey everybody, it's the Wargaming Guy, and yes, welcome back to the channel. I almost got this out last week, but then I hit a stumbling block along the way, which we'll talk about in a minute. But this game this is a demo, of course, and it's pretty impressive actually. I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this, and if they can keep it comprehensive yet at the same time, hopefully for people like me at least, not too complicated. So this is the only thing you can do right now is do the of Cranes and Patriots, which of course is part of the Coral Sea.
It's early morning on May 8th,
we will go there.
1942. Task Force 17, under the command of Vice Admiral Fletcher, has been roaming the Coral Sea for 7 days in an attempt to prevent a Japanese invasion of Port Moresby. The carriers USS Yorktown and USS Lexington were quite active and successful the day before. The American air groups managed to sink a light Japanese carrier with minimal losses, forcing the invasion force to loiter in fear of facing overwhelming odds on its way around the New Guinean Peninsula. In the meantime, the American carriers were left untouched. Japanese search efforts were rendered fruitless due to a number of mistakes and communication hurdles. Despite being spotted, Task Force 17 managed to escape the attention of enemy air power, as bombers from Rabaul focused fruitlessly on the Anzac Surface Combat Squadron, led by Admiral Crace, standing guard on the road to Port Moresby. As for the main Japanese carrier force, they attacked in droves the oiler USS Neosho and her escort USS Sims, mistakenly identifying them as a carrier force. Realizing their blunder, the Japanese aircraft launched a late afternoon search and destroy attack against the American carriers. Lost in bad weather, they were intercepted by American fighter cover and suffered crippling losses. Plus, to add insult to injury, they came across their target in darkness on their way home and even tried to land, mistaking the American carriers for their own. But the Americans know that it was far too much luck for one day. Admirals Tagagi and Hara are going to be doing everything they can to wash away the humiliation suffered the previous day and show the combined fleet that Carrier Division 5 crews are not to be trifled with. Now, Admiral Fletcher has elected not to send a surface fleet ahead so as not to weaken his protection screen and leave these ships vulnerable at daybreak, a move he will be heavily criticized for in the coming weeks. It's now up to you to decide what to do next.
All right, we will do that.
Is estimated to be within combat range northeast of Task Force 17's current position, but no one can predict with any accuracy the moves of the enemy.
Okay.
Enemy opposition is deemed challenging.
They're not quite done yet. Sorry.
The Japanese air group's been badly hurt by their ill-advised evening attack hours ago, but they are still going to be packing a punch. Expect to be going toe-to-toe with about 60 to 70 enemy Zero fighters, dive bombers, and torpedo bomber crewed by professionals, some of them veterans of many campaigns. As for the Americans, your own air groups are in good shape, but are still suffering from a low number of available fighters, which will force you to make some tough calls. Should you escort your bombers as a priority or protect your carriers? It's your job to figure out how to best prepare for the first
I'm
real
really wondering
carrier
how big is the
engagement
full
war.
briefing if this is
Your
not the
objective
full
is to
briefing.
seek out the enemy carrier force, engage it,
Man, it
and
must be
inflict heavy
something. I have
damage
not
before
looked
the
at it
Japanese
yet.
Navy to abandon its move against
So
Port
we're
Moresby.
just going to go ahead and move along here because, I think we've probably seen enough of that. That's an interesting painting. So yeah, we are going to see what we can do here. This is the real critical day in the Battle of the Coral Sea for the Americans, where historically we didn't do quite so well, but we'll see if maybe we could do better than that. Maybe not. Here we go. So this is the kind of the command room, of course, and of course you can click on things and get to them. You can also come up here and take it to the strategic map or whatever. Down here, it shows the task force. We only have one, of course. It shows the carriers. We have 2. This speeds up, slows down, or pauses time, which you can say is ticking away up here. And then over here is strike, search, and scramble. Do not. This is one of my big mistakes when I was fooling around with this a few days ago. Do not touch that button unless you seriously want everything to be there, because it will show you everything. Okay, so here we go. This is the map, and as you can see, we're zoomed out as far as you can go. You can zoom in, of course, closer if you'd like to. And here we are. And this is roughly where the enemies were, so we'll just close that for now. And this is our order of battle, as you could see it. And of course, obviously, it's the carriers that are the main thing we're concerned with. The 3D takes you into the 3D vision. The thing is, you're it's nighttime. It's just after midnight, so you can't really see anything. If you click this, you're over on this thing, and you can move these around and change all kinds of things. We are not going to do that. You can also manage how we're defending our carries if you think you want to change some of that. This lets you see where your planes are and what you've got. That's the Yorktown. That's the Lexington. And you can go through the deck timeline right now. Of course, there's nothing going on. There's no missions. This shows you the squadrons that you have. Fighter, 2 dive bombers, 1 torpedo bomber, and then stores. So there you go. And then this lets you use your binoculars to do not much. So we're going to come back here. And we're going to take a look. You'd think I would remember this. It's been a heck of a week for me, but click search. So let's see. This is the Lexington. So okay. So we're going to create a new search. You can see we've got this down here. We can rotate it around. We don't know where these guys have gone. I've watched a couple of playthroughs, and sometimes they're over here, and sometimes they're way over here. So it's hard to say exactly where they're going to be. So we're going to send one search plane out there, and we're going to send another one. Going to do a little overlapping right here, and we'll do another one, let's say right there. I think that should cover pretty well. 601, that's 10. Well, that couldn't be, but it's I'm not sure what the heck does this mean. Plus 10. Okay, well, whatever. We'll accept that. And we'll get this out of our way. Now, here's one of the problems with the gameplay from a gameplay perspective is, we've got all this time and we really don't have much to do. However, just to show you a few of the things, here on the map, you can show context history. You can show the wind, the direction the wind's blowing, which is obviously important if you're running a carrier. You can look at the weather, and so you can see there's some clouds around here. Some scattered clouds up there. You can look at your radar range or your AA range, which is obviously much shorter than your radar, and your main battery range. So I don't really think that's much of a help at this point. The wind, I'm not going to worry about that right. Well, we'll leave it on. What the heck? And then you just click there and it goes away. So now we have a long, long time to wait before anything happens because it's dark and nothing's going on. So we're going to... Now, I was told, I've heard this, that if you mess around with this too much, it messes around with the game. It can cause a problem. Remember, this is not just a demo, but it's a beta. But, come on. We've got to get to a 6 right there. We're nowhere close. So I'm just going to see if we can't speed this up here. Oh, I think I went over the top. Okay, let's try that again. I think is 10 it? Is 20? You can see the time scale thing right down here. It says 20. We'll leave it at 20. And I do like actually, to sort of show the flight deck. It's interesting. At some point they'll start moving this is the Lexington. Did I send everybody from the? Yeah, these are the 3 birds that are being prepped right now to do the searching. So you can't move this. They should make this so I can move it. That would be nice. Let's try it. Right click and see if it'll. Nope. Okay. And as you can see, we're zooming along here. It's an entire half hour has passed. Yeah, that's like this needs to be. There needs to be. I mean, I know that in the real world, in the carrier warfare, you had these long periods of nothing and then short moments of terror, which is a description for combat in general. But okay, we'll take it up to 40, 60. 90. Will it go any faster? 120. Yes, it will. All right, folks, we're going to roll for it. That'll get us there in a hurry. I'll probably stop around like 4:30. Well, I won't stop, but I'll, slow it back down to a reasonable time period because, yeah, there's just nothing else to do right now. And it may be realistic, but it's not good gaming. So, I think I'm just going to cut right here and we'll come back and you can pick it up in a few hours. Game time. Okay, we're back. It's about 4:46 and we're supposed to be doing something at 6. We're going to go ahead and speed this up just a little bit, but nothing like what we were doing. I think, that should be pretty good, maybe. Now they're going to have to spot the planes, which is moving them all over the place and doing all that, and you'll get to see that here. Then once they take off, hopefully we'll be able to see what happens. But yeah, there's just really nothing for the commander to do. Here's the deck timeline. It's got launch and recovery. Launch is scheduled at 6:09. Oh, for that one, 6 for that one, and 6:01 for that one. Okay. That looks pretty good. And you can look and see the missions here, preparing, blah, blah, blah. So we got all this stuff going on. And, yeah, there's our squadrons again. I'm not sure what this does. If it does anything. I'm not really aware of it, but maybe in the full game, there'll be more stuff there for you to do. So, okay, it's getting close to 5 a.m., guys. Gonna start moving the planes. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Let's see what the status is. There's still no crew. It's under prep. And then these guys just are on the sign. So they're just sitting there. It's my fighters. These, of course, are the long-range guys. And, yeah. And then, of course, we got our torpedo bombers as well. Yeah, we're just going to cut ahead to, be back when something actually happens. All right, it's 5:30. They're supposed to take off at 6:01. I've been sitting here agonizingly going through this. Shouldn't they be, doing something by now? I mean, they don't even have a crew in the planes yet. I'm beginning to wonder if I shouldn't set up the Lexington to maybe send some out. This to me is amazing. In fact, let's just do that. Oh, no. Let me just... You can't do it? Is this... Wait. Okay, let's try this. Nope. Okay, I want the Lexington. I want to grab you and put you in the right spot. Let's put you right there. Let's just see if what happens now. Yeah. They're not moving anything. What? Yeah. So there's. Yeah. And it's supposed to go at 6:01. Countdown 15. Countdown. Okay. I'm not quite sure what all this means, but I'm a little surprised they're taking this much of so long to do this. But we'll wait it out and see what happens. Because, like, what else do I have to do? They're still not moving. Let's see. Let's see if the Yorktown is. No. I don't see how this is possibly going to get off on time. They got 20 planes out there. 3 are going to fly. The other 17 need to get out of the way. And they've got 17, 18 minutes to do it in. Okay. I'm a little surprised myself. Yeah, nothing's happening either one. I guess we'll stay here for a minute because this was the first one I did and there's the most planes involved. It just doesn't feel right to me, if you know what I mean. In the real world, wouldn't they have started moving these planes like a while ago? Yeah, still no crew for him. And no crew for these guys. Okie dokie. Well, I forgot to turn that back on. Oh, well. I've totally messed my timer up by taking these big pauses in my recording. Not that you care, but I do. Oh, boy. Okay, well, we're just going to sweat it out. So you might want to fast forward this because when they start moving the planes, it's kind of cool, at least the first few times you see it. But, we just got a whole bunch of nothing happening here. When does the crew get in the plane? Wow. I would have thought 10 minutes would be an absolute bare minimum. I would have actually thought you'd need more than that to inspect the plane and to get in it, start it, which actually I wouldn't think they're going to be starting it here since they would be probably chewing up some other airplanes. So, I mean, I don't know. This does not feel right. Here we go. So they're starting. The Lexington is ahead of the Concorde. They got 24 versus 20. So they got to move all these guys out of the way so that there can be a takeoff. Here we go. So he's green now. Does that mean he's got a crew? No, it does not. But look, the sun's coming up. But at least... Oh, they're moving him too, my friends. All right. So he's... No crew. Still don't have a crew. And obviously these guys have to be moved somewhere to get these guys out of the way. So this is... I'm just really interested in how they're going to do this. And still launch in a minute from now. color me skeptical, but I don't think they're okay. Well, he's in the right spot. He might actually, and he's going to launch a little later. Well, no, because we're on the Yorktown. He should be launching in 6, like now. You got 30 seconds, or you're late. You're late. All right, but he should get off, I would think. Let's see. Well, wait, how are they going to get these guys up there? I don't. Did he just take off? Search planes are airborne and underway, it says. Here, let's see. Okay, let's go to 3D. What, I can't do that? Why can't I go to 3D? I've done it before. What is happening? I think we have a glitch here, people. Yeah, you can see the plane starting to come out, which is great, but do I have to scale back the time? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, they're grayed out. Why are they grayed out? Well, that's certainly going to take away a lot of the eye candy appeal for this game if I can't get to that. I did previously. So I don't know why we can't do it now. But none of these are going to... Why won't the fleet... What is happening here? All right, let's speed it up. Because, the Japanese are now looking for us. And I don't think they're going to have any of this trouble with the system that I'm having. So, excuse me. Okay, so they all launched. Hello, I can't even speak English. What? So he went down the elevator. Airborne. Okay, now can I do? No. Why? Why? What is happening? Those are the only 2 screens I can get to. That's not right. Something's wrong here. I think we may have hit a bug, people. Because this did not happen in the original, the first time I played around with this. Yeah, I can't. No. Air. There. Now, can I go see him? No, I can't. I can just check where he is. That's it. I still can't get to him. That's really annoying. And now the planes are gone. Where are my planes? This did happen last time, which really threw me off. There. Okay, so I need this open, I guess. But I don't see the planes on it, which I thought you could. There he is. He may have the best chance of spotting something. But I can't. This game is going to be so boring if I can't get into the 3D. I mean, that's the whole point of this game. All right, stop. Pause. Oh, Japanese plane hit me right at the same time. Is there just one? One aircraft. So they've spotted us. One ship small. Oh, that's not helpful. All right, let's continue on. I didn't launch a cap, did I? I did not launch a cap. That was really stupido of me. That I don't do it from here. Do I do it here? No. I think actually it's on this one and I can't get to it. So I can't order cap up. Combat Air Patrol. That's not good. Okay, so we're going to return. See if that does anything. It did not. Are we? Oh, no, I want you to continue. Because I want to see if this report will change. 3 ships. But I can't, obviously. Yeah, okay, fine. New strike. Okay, so we're going to... I don't know why they do this red cross-hatching thing. It really kind of annoys me. That's it. And escort.